This episode of Late Night with Ed Money is brought to you in part by Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant, located in downtown Amherst. And if you're local to them, dial for carryout at 440-985-FOOD. Or go to their website, which is ziggyspubandrestaurant.com. If it's a sporting event that you want to see, don't forget your sunglasses, because they have so many 4K TVs it'll burn your retinas. So go to Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant in downtown Amherst.
We hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
I'll make it go away. Oh, my bad. You gotta start
Warning, what you're about to hear is an adult show. You'll hear anecdotal stories and humorous situations meant for adults. In essence, kids, don't listen or try this at home. Everything you're about to hear is done by drunk, trained professionals. Now enjoy the show.
Deep within the pit of despair, balls of Christ, dude.
This is professional wrestler Haley Hatred, and you're listening to the hottest talk show on the net.
Hi. Do one more time. Hi.
Hi.
Why, hello. Why, hello, my friends. You're listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on our website, which is latenightwithedmoney.com, where it's real people have real conversations about life. You can reach us on a ton of sites. Just Google search Late Night with Ed Money, and you're going to be able to see us on a ton of sites. Please check them out. Like, share, subscribe, tell 2 friends. And if you want anything mentioned on the show, or you want to be on the show yourself, etc., just get a hold of us. Somehow at the end, you always see our Twitters, you name it. Get a hold of us, DM us, please. For the audience out there, what are you pointing?
No, I was actually doing that with my sleeve.
You're always listening to myself, Ed Money. Right over here is CPAP Chuck.
What's up?
Bruh.
Nice.
Bruh.
Oh, tied your fart.
There we go.
Bruh.
Whoa.
You can hear him but not see him because you're not worthy. Is the monk?
Hi.
He's so
sad by himself.
Just look at him, or don't look at
I'm
him.
not worthy.
Don't look.
He's
Don't
not
look
worthy.
at
You are
I'm not
worthy.
worthy.
You are worthy, Monk, and you don't let anybody tell you different.
And last but
I
not
want to come back to the studio.
you can. We've been waiting for you. Last but not least, always keeping us in balance and check is Bueno.
What's up?
He's always walking away. You're just an angry walking man. You're in your pumps.
I was walking in place.
He's got those bowling shoes on again.
Jazzercise.
And 3 and 4.
Oh,
and
God. There's a lot of shout-outs but that I want to do real quick, just so everyone knows. But I do want to, again, the music. Thank you. Some people said they hear the music and they really enjoy getting exposed
turned out to different music.
to new music. Yeah.
Or having their music exposed.
Yeah.
Or Ed
exposing himself.
Yeah, so we're going to be leaving you with Aiden, the song.
While he listens to music.
Would You Be Waiting? So check that out. I like it. Have you ever heard an artist named Haley Knox? It kind of okay. Well, it reminds me of this girl. It's just
Okay.
a upbeat kind
check
of
it out.
bubblegummy poppy kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So check that out, audience members. Do want to do a shout out. I'm going to try and talk to him about getting a logo behind us. The site will be on there for Allstate. Andrew Grizzle, he's our new collaborator with the show. He's in North Ridgeville. If you're interested, if you have something else, he's young, energetic. Just bought the agency. You can reach him at 440-327-8744. We'll have a link, etc. on there. So check everything out.
It scared me.
That was good. Was that you guys? Or was
wasn't
that
us.
Monk? That was good.
Might have been the monk.
Might have been the monk. Real quick. You want to do shout outs?
Yeah, Mr. Terrible Dick and Doug Dick.
Right. And Kelly Dick.
Oh, and Kelly Dick.
That's right. She sent a message. It said it was nice to meet me when I was out drinking with you.
Okay.
So she said it was.
She was probably just being nice because it's never nice to meet you.
That's horrible. But
I'm just keeping it
but
real.
Kelly Dick,
Isn't that
thank
what
you.
the kids
Thank
are
you,
saying?
Kelly Dick, and I told
Beth
these
K?
guys. Beth K. No, this is a different Beth.
Beth K?
Beth and Kelly are two different names.
Yeah.
You say Beth K?
Dick.
Thank you. Jeez. They're slow, Beth.
Shout out to them, but I wanted to do two shout outs because
Ed Dick?
They're
Sorry, I was just on a roll.
They're content creators and they're fantastic. I really like their videos. Patrick, how do you say GOELZ? Goals?
Goals?
Yeah, I'm going to put something.
Goals! Oh, it sounded the same.
It's
It did, didn't it?
So check, he does cosplay. I'll put a little link in the description so that on
right on.
YouTube.
Check him out.
Yeah, if you like cosplay, I dig his cosplay stuff. So he's a real nice guy. I've been chat back and forth. Check out his channel if you like him. And there's another one, Launch Ramp Productions. And what Launch Ramp does, he's another guy that I met. And evidently, I met him when I worked at the Pals years ago. When before he even started his channel, he would just go to these horror events, etc. But what he does, which I thought was odd but cool, is he goes to grave sites of I went to the Iron Sheik's grave site where he went to school, the whole 9 yards, not where he went to school, but the things he associated with. And he goes around and does this little films, and he goes to the grave site and leaves little trinkets. On the grove site, like he went to
like some ho-hos or
What sort of trinkets?
like a
His
thimble,
business cards.
a Monopoly piece.
business card.
Yeah.
Like you get a call back. Is that
I don't know.
No, he leaves say the Iron Sheik. He left a little doll on. If you
Of the
watch the
Iron
video,
Sheik?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
On
Okay, I
there,
see.
and he tells people don't take when I'm leaving here. Like people go to the gravesite and take it.
Well, they wouldn't take it unless he told them it was there.
Well, he does in his videos. He tells people how to find, which I think is good and bad. That you're telling people how to find
the trinkets.
The trinket.
Goes to
Nice
the
word.
Iron
Not
Sheik,
used
starts
enough.
yelling at him.
He does. He goes to all these older people's grave sites that were less.
Well, they're probably older if they're been there a minute.
that haven't been remembered. So Randy Macho Man. He went
So
to
he
Randy
leaves a
Macho Man.
trinket.
Yeah, and he leaves a trinket.
nice.
A trinket. It is.
Did he leave a
Nice.
thing of Slim Jims at Randy Macho Man Savage's?
No, I think, and he did a tribute to what was his wife, Randy Macho Man Savage, was married.
Mrs.
to-
Macho
Mrs.
Man,
Savage.
No,
Here's some trinkets for you.
Betsy
Loose-
Savage,
Some loose candies.
some Butterworths or something.
some Werthers.
Werthers.
Here's a bowl of Werthers.
No, what was Randy Macho Man Savage's Elizabeth? It wasn't
Elizabeth
Miss
Savage?
Miss
Oh.
Elizabeth was the female.
Oh,
coach
she
wrestler.
also is.
She passed on.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's see. Here's my fear too. Would
So he
you
had to bring 2 trinkets,
would you go
one for each of
to
them.
a graveyard? Don't you think is that bad luck?
What?
Or going to a graveyard in he does this.
Why is going to a graveyard bad
well,
luck?
this is what he did.
Where are you going with this?
I'm going to ask this. I'm not that I'm superstitious.
Superstitious.
However, do you do things like you worry that it may bring me bad luck, bad karma? You know
By
what I mean?
visiting somebody's grave?
No, not what. It's what he did was that I laughed and I sent a little DM
He's not
on it.
defacing them.
No, he walks over the graves, and I thought you should.
Oh, you're not supposed to step on the headstones.
On the headstones?
Yeah.
Oh.
like a flat, like
Jump
No more
from one to
backflips.
the other.
if it's flat.
Oh, the ground you're not allowed to walk on?
Yeah, isn't
You're
it?
not supposed to step on the headstones. You can walk like all over the grass, but
Oh,
don't
see, I
step
thought
on
it was the grave itself and the headstone. I never even thought about walking on the headstones, but
Doing parkour.
yeah, most of them are flat now.
doing-
You
Yeah.
mention it though; they're not like above.
They're not raised to
Yeah, they're not
memorials,
raised or-
monuments or whatever.
I
they're
don't think
called.
you are allowed to because they used to have big mausoleums and
Yeah. Who could afford that? What?
Back in the day, though, it was like 4 cents.
well, it was like the big farmers in the area, or
Yeah. Like if you go to our local really old graveyard, there's
Yeah.
like big mausoleums and whatnot back
they
there.
have big area names,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
like if they say
They're-
like a Nagel or
Yeah,
you would
know,
recognize
big
the street.
farm, Nagel
Like
farm.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
big-
You would recognize the streets named after them.
probably not. No, let's see.
Go ahead. Yeah, you were gonna say money.
Probably not urban.
Not money.
Not
You won't
here-
see a Belco.
But here's the thing that I just thought about this too when he did this, because I watched insane videos about.
Yeah.
See, he and I do rabbit holing on YouTube a lot,
Right.
And one of the rabbit holes I happen to do.
That's like a dirty. It just
It
doesn't
is.
sound good.
Yeah.
One
It
of the
sounds like
rabbit
some
holes
kind
he
of-
looks at
Yeah,
is like
hey,
a
Chuck,
real
like-
rabbit's hole.
I know it sounds dirty. Like
No.
Chuck and I do a lot of rabbit holing. I was like,
Not
ew,
together. We do it
that's
separate.
disgusting.
We are separate rabbit holers.
Yeah.
Well, this is
God,
because
do you wash up?
No way. I raw dog that
It
shit.
just sounds weird.
I raw dog that YouTube video.
This is the superstition. It's not that I'm. It's look at him laughing at himself. Just laughing at himself. Is that no? Where the superstition comes in, because did you ever watch the videos down in Louisiana where you?
Well,
went
their
down-
graves are above ground.
Right.
Yeah, you have the caskets and everything.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, because
Is it
of
some, like a? Is it a
It's
Jewish
flooding.
cemetery?
No,
Like
No.
it's because of flooding.
Yeah, because
All
they're
everything's
so
Well, that
above
makes
ground.
sense, yeah.
they're
Yeah,
so
they just got like a little stone box that sits over the top of the coffins that are
Right,
just laying
yeah.
right there on the ground.
So the vault is above ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
The vault.
Yeah.
Well, they're having a problem is because of the fact that they run out of space. You see, it's different with some
Start
places.
stacking them.
They need to have a rack system.
A rack storage
when you buy-
system,
like
like
when
a
you-
boat dock.
Like when you go to visit somebody, you could just like put a
Have them
key
bring
or
it down with a
coin.
forklift?
You can push like A5 and it'll
like
rotate
Carvana.
Like
Yeah,
the Carvana,
Like
yep,
a big,
exactly.
A big coffin vending machine.
through. Yeah, big
A
vending.
big coin with a skeleton head on
And
it.
you put in like $1 and it comes down for 15 minutes and it takes it back.
Gravana.
Gravana.
There you go. It's like, oh shoot, I pushed the wrong.
Yeah.
Who is this person?
I said
Can
D5.
I get my coin back? Oh shit.
Who's
But on the same theory
whose
as
casket is this? Grandpa definitely had a
Yeah.
copper color casket. This is definitely blue.
Yeah.
Or it rotates and gets stuck like it does in a
Oh,
vending
it
machine.
doesn't fall.
You have to jiggle it.
You have to like put in a couple more so all the caskets fall.
You have to get someone to rock it. Yeah. That would be something, boy.
You do that in like a Twinkies fall with it. Like you get the
Yeah.
with it. Yeah. Well,
Oh, it opened when it hit.
Yeah.
well, this is the
Quick, get the jewelry.
Yeah. You'd have
honey,
to like
honey, get in a car and back into the mausoleum a few times. See if you can bust Grandpa loose.
when it started to like sort through, that you'd have like these lights that went off and like a noise to keep people away from like open gears and stuff. So they wouldn't get damaged, or get,
So they wouldn't be in their own
Yeah,
box?
they wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah, get caught up in gearing or
So they wouldn't end up in D6.
some sort of cable.
Right. Well, what they're having a problem, and
Right.
one of the things with cemeteries is what they want to do is they want to, instead of horizontally,
Oh, they want to stand them up?
vertically.
Stand you up.
Oh,
Yeah. Which
So
I
when your body deteriorates, everything just settles to the bottom like a bag of chips.
oh, it just starts leaking.
You're gonna leak either way.
Like you're gonna leak either way. Yeah.
so what
Yeah.
they were having.
Dude, can
problems-
you imagine on the humid days?
Oh,
Humid jelly is everywhere.
What if they put you in backwards and you're like standing on your head for the rest of your life?
they got you upside down.
He was a gymnast.
Oh my gosh.
all the blood will rush to his head.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So I know. Well, what happened was they said that one of the issues that because of that.
So they stand them all up and they'll fall. Like you're at the guy at the end, you just push one and they all fall over like dominoes. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. Yeah.
No, look at him laughing.
I could just picture it.
Right, it'd be funny.
Body parts everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, part of the superstitious, they say, well, they're having problems, and then the big issue was what was the one that went through Louisiana? The
World War II
hurricane, the hurricane that went through
Katrina, the bodies all washed away.
Katrina, and like you said,
You move the headstones, but left the bodies.
Oh, poltergeist.
well, they said because of that, all of a sudden,
Yeah, they were popping.
Yeah, they were floating all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, people's
Really?
caskets were floating down the road and whatnot. Yeah.
Didn't they lock them? Don't they have a latch or something?
An anchor.
Something. I mean,
Yeah, people were finding like coffins in their front yards. and shit.
yes,
Oh, that'd be so cool.
the coffins were popping up. I thought you meant like
And
bodies.
bodies.
Well,
And
they were
bodies.
in it.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. Well, yeah. Well, doesn't wait a minute. This is an uneducated because I've never.
Oh, here we go.
Well-
you ready, Wayne?
I'm gonna throw just so make a note here. I want a padlock on mine,
Yeah.
just in case it ends up sea-bound or
Right.
A really big
Who knows?
rock so it doesn't float.
Yeah.
My ex-brother-in-law used to work for a local funeral. There's only two in our town, right?
Right.
I think
Well,
there's
there's
two.
a couple.
A couple, but
Okay,
yeah.
he used to work for one of them years ago, and he would tell me these crazy stories about how, first of all, their tech. Which Monk and I had this crazy conversation where funeral.
Oh, and it was crazy. Let me tell you.
aren't
You talk finances with Ed. It's crazy.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
that I could swear he said that funeral homes are tax exempt because they're a
Probably.
service. And he goes, it's a
Are they
ser-
kind of like a church? They're tax exempt, aren't they?
Well, that's what Monk was saying, that churches are which he was adamantly, dude, talk about viciously angry.
I think they're, yeah. But anyhow,
Right. So he would
But
tell
churches have so much power. Isn't the Catholic Church the biggest
Not on me, they
corporation
don't.
in the world? Isn't it? Don't they
Yeah.
consider the
Yeah.
biggest?
yeah, religious
Yeah.
play. Well, I don't know.
I think the Catholic Church is the biggest corporation in the entire world.
The
as far
Vatican,
as
like
what-
yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but it's something up there.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
So you're the- I'm sorry.
he was.
They got-
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Ooh.
Timestamp.
That's what it is.
No way. You better leave that in.
Anyways.
Oh, and we're back.
Times. So, anyways, that
Ed's gay.
That we can leave in.
I'll leave that
Double
in.
stamp.
I'll leave that part.
I
in.
triple stamp dare you.
Yeah, right.
So what happened is he would tell me all these crazy things that happen at the funeral home, because you deal with the body, they come
Oh,
in.
geez, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's what funeral homes do, Ed.
Right.
Deal with
Yeah.
it. Like,
Well, when people come
we
in,
got a deal for you tonight.
They got to like reposition their bodies
Yeah.
or
Oh.
put makeup on them or try to cover up
Right.
some horrific accident thing and make
Like-
them look,
Blunt force trauma and
right?
stuff. They have
Yeah,
to-
yeah. He had to
Good makeup.
deal with that, and he said a lot of times there's
just
closed
visit to the urologist.
closed caskets, and
You can't get that surprised look off his face.
Oh, I was just thinking of something really terrible.
And he said, "Go ahead."
I
say
don't
it."
know.
Well,
I mean, I have been to funerals of still fairly attractive
Oh no.
people.
yeah.
for man, woman,
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
child,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you wonder if who's they're
Doing
working if they're like look
foul.
Dude, there's
that's
crazy
got to be
people-
that's creepy.
Yeah, it is.
Because
Yeah.
do you know people like okay, maybe this is a good example.
Yeah.
When someone says they're a funeral director or something, don't you kind of just go you just look at them a little bit differently? Like, oh, I work in a funeral home. Like,
Really?
now all
Right.
these things go through my head.
Yes. Yeah.
What brought you
Like,
to this?
should I feel this way about you?
Right.
Like, are you weird?
Right.
Like-
right.
I don't know. It's just
Maybe it's
yeah.
a family business.
Like he told me something. This is where
Who,
this-
I did?
No, the Tim.
Oh,
Tim
I'm like-
I'm not
Wait.
saying about people touching him or anything,
no,
but
no,
it's
no.
like
Yeah.
just knowing that they saw their body.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
that's
And it's gotta be- it's
if
gotta
you have
be-
to move
right.
their leg in their rigor mortis, don't they have to almost break?
That's
Yeah,
yeah.
they gotta-
Oh yeah,
yeah.
they did. Yeah.
Can you imagine some
Yeah,
of the
I use
pictures
a
in my head of
propane
like,
torch a lot, and it'll
Right.
soften
does
it
it?
up.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was just telling me about all these things. But this is where, again, the superstition. I was going to ask you guys
Put them in the dryer and then you can fluff them up.
Oh,
where this was leading.
Ka-clunk. It's like when you try to dry a pair of tennis shoes or a bowling
And
ball.
you got to keep turning the TV up louder.
Yeah, right. Close that damn door.
Try and get the wrinkles out. Yeah, the guy's old. He can't
Look
get the
how
wrinkles.
happy he looks.
Right. This is what I was going to ask you guys. Where it led was superstition. Are you guys superstitious? Because
To a point. on
here's the
certain
thing,
things.
and this is where I was going to ask you, because I have at times, and this leads to one of the subject matters. This is where it all kind
Okay.
of fed into of superstition. Is it a real fear phobia, or is it because someone, like, you do shit where you will say something and all of a sudden I'll be thinking about it and I go, fucking Chuck did it to me again.
Like the power of suggestion?
Power of suggestion. Like, he said this to me where
Ed, nobody likes you.
that's a normal.
Ed, nobody likes
Oh
me.
my God, it came true. Maybe you have ESPN.
Well, he said the only thing that he worried about when he wasn't a mortician because he didn't have a license, but
Right.
he worked.
He's just doing it on the side. Oh,
He had a
that's
van.
That's even worse, huh, Monk?
He pull his van up
Freelancing.
and I got this.
Hey, it's like just throw him in my trunk.
I got to pull up to the clothes donation bin to find something that'll fit him.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, like
Everything's half price today.
you have to tag it like it's a deer. You don't want to get caught with a body, even if you didn't do anything to it.
There's nothing in the
Yeah,
trunk.
you definitely. It's not a good
You
thing.
would get still like what's the charge of
abusing a corpse.
abusing a
Somebody-
corpse?
Transporting.
They do that with like mass murder. They're like, he's got 3 counts of murder and 2 counts of abusing a corpse. I'm like, he chopped them up and stuff. Like, what's that going to do? You're going to throw that on? Like, tack on another 6 months.
He has 3
Yeah.
3 life sentences and 6 months.
Couple abusing corpses. Throw that in there.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Yeah.
Right, no. So what he did was, his name was Timmy, and Timmy Timmy said, he goes, dude, one of his fears that he kind of instilled, and it's the weirdest, I'm telling you, maybe the power of suggestion, like you said, did that cause me to now be superstitious? Even with my own father at his casket,
At his wake?
when we did it, what fucking Timmy said to me was, he goes, Ed, he drove, it's Hearse, not Hertz.
Yeah.
Wait,
Hearse. Hearse.
Wait, is
Oh,
it
hearse.
Is it
In
wait?
an ambulance, you got a chance. In a
Is it
hearse,
with-
got to be worse.
Yeah.
Right? Is it SE or ST?
E.
S.E.
There's no
S-E.
T in it.
It's not like Patricia Hearst.
Yeah.
Right. That's
It's a hearse. Like you said, Hearse.
okay. Hearse. You drive a hearse, and he said he would drive the hearse too. He'd drive it to football games and everything. He just drove it around.
yeah.
And
Why would you not?
But he said one of his things was
Picking up chicks.
he goes. He did. Is that he said they would have the casket in there, and he would have this. He was the driver for stuff, and he had this fear for whatever reason.
Zombie?
No. Well, he said he would be worried that he'd be driving and he'd hear,
Oh.
Hey,
a knocking sound.
You guys?
Yeah.
Right.
I
Look.
hope that's a bearing. Oh my gosh. It's like going down Jaeger Road back in the day.
I hope it's a bearing.
Yeah. Oh, please God, be a bad bearing. That would be that would kind of be scary.
So
Better have a radio.
So,
Yeah. Breaker, butt shaker.
Yeah.
Right.
We got a live wire.
Yeah.
Is that-
He's playing Thriller.
So he had this thing where
scary.
he said it to me, and ever since he said it to me, even at my dad's, have you ever gone to we've been to so many funerals over time, you look and you'd almost
Swear you see their breathing.
yes,
Oh, the chest,
yes,
You swear. I think it's just because
yes.
it's something you see your whole life.
Right.
So your brain says, yeah, it's breathing.
Yeah, I go with that. That's probably
Now is that
Almost like a-
superstition, or you think you're what did you call it, power suggestion?
I don't know. I think it's just because
yeah.
You're just mental.
you're so used to seeing somebody breathing that you look and you're looking to see if they're breathing and you're like, wait, I think I saw it.
Yeah, that's like if I saw a dead, like other than a funeral, like a dead body, it would still be like the face, the eyes would be like life isn't there. You would see something you're not used to. Maybe he's like swear, or but they might twitch if it depending how
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you were worried about anything like that. When I'd be more worried about like the the guy that brought the dog to your dad's funeral, is he still alive?
Yes.
Well, then there's no such thing as fate.
Unfortunately.
Because when his dog jumps up on your father's chest and licks his face.
Licks his body, yeah.
If you guys have never heard that. then
Yes, look up the show, and
Oh,
it did.
yeah.
I at
Good
my
Lord.
dad's funeral. and it's funny because he just said something about
Before
yeah,
the
it's
show, I
hilarious.
brought that up.
Oh, really?
the show. Yes, he just brought that up.
That
before
is-
I was
you
thinking
got
about getting a crocheted service dog thing for my wiener. So
You
in
do
case-
have ESPN.
So if anybody's like nervous, I can pet my service wiener.
A service wiener.
Yeah.
Cervix wiener?
It's not cervix.
Oh,
service.
okay.
No,
Yeah, that's-
what else was something I was gonna hit
Oh,
you
you
on?
wanted to talk about
Wait.
Oh, how can't get the damp out of the fucking house.
Dude, recently, he brought this up. He was talking to me. I don't know if it's the weather
Yeah.
or what. Like for the past week, even with it's like you can't get warm. Like there's something
Even with
going
the furnace on or whatnot.
I feel
everything
like our
seems-
house is like that too.
for some reason, everything is just damp and cold. I literally, and honest to God truth, you guys are going to bust on my balls for this. Before I go to bed, like for the last week, every night I get the blow dryer and I put it under the covers
Stop
and
it.
heat up my fucking
No, you
bed
don't.
before I get in because it's so fucking
Really?
yes.
Don't.
And you get in and you're like, eh.
They have those
blanket heater
they're called
blanket.
they have those
Bear paws.
blowers.
Yeah, they're called
and
bear
it's for
paws.
like really usually for warm, but I imagine they would have a heat.
They have a heat and a cool.
Wouldn't you be afraid? Like I fell asleep once with a heating pad on low,
yeah.
and it was
Smell
on my
burning
back.
skin.
do that
I
all the
looked in
time.
the mirror and it looked like my skin was blood red.
Stop it.
Like blood. Obviously, a monk might know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, it didn't hurt or anything, but you touched it. It's like that kid's face in gym that you could touch. Or you could write your name and real quick and it would stay there for a second.
The dehydrated
Yeah,
kid.
well, he's just always red.
Yeah.
Or whatever, his cheek.
Wait a minute.
But my back was, I'm telling you, it wasn't just red or like red from being hit or, I
was
would
like-
say spanked, but
Like the heat drew all the blood
but
to it.
yeah, and it was like holy shit.
Well, did you have the heating
almost
pad
purple.
directly on you?
Well,
Did-
yeah, that's normal. What
Well,
no,
it
it
was-
comes in
no.
that little felt bag
Yeah,
thing.
well, you're not.
But did it
still
feel
in the
good?
bag,
Yeah,
like pillowcase
yeah,
thingy.
the pillowcase.
It wasn't like plastic on skin.
I've been in both scenarios.
weird.
I didn't. When you're sick and you're achy, you don't give a fuck where that thing's at, or if it's in its bag or
But
not.
I never had it all night like that, and it scared the hell out of me. I thought it like.
Oh, great! They're gonna have to amputate my back skin.
So I was saying maybe you risk
Wake up in the
something.
morning and you have a big rectangular red mark.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it was. You can see like the where the tag was and stuff, like on my back.
have you ever fallen asleep on the remote control?
No,
And it's like you
No.
roll over, you're like, where the fuck is it? It's like stuck to your gut, and you peel it off, and it's like a
No.
perfect. No, you haven't.
haven't.
Really?
I have
That's
not.
something I have done.
Well, first I can't. I sleep on my right side almost exclusively because of the CPAP.
Oh yeah.
Just right side with my arm up, my right arm up. But
oh god, don't you fall asleep?
wouldn't they have like maybe getting like a blower that was they cool
They
you
make
off?
'em.
They make a warmer.
They have a. They have
They
one
have
that-
a heating blanket.
Yes,
and
it's
a
called
warm-
a furnace. A furnace. Is
No,
a
they
blower.
have one that sits at the edge of your bed, and then like the tube comes up and goes under your blanket.
Stop
for
it.
heat, and then they have one that is a heater and a cooler. If you want, like in the summer, if you want to be cool and die of
Imagine
hypothermia,
the heater would really enhance a Dutch oven, wouldn't it? Like
you would bake
you
a
think
fart.
that's bad? Wait till I heat this bitch up.
But you know what the great thing is? If you got a CPAP on, you don't smell it.
Oh, you're right.
wait
I
a
went
minute.
under the covers for the first time, and I thought of you. Because like Chuck does this.
You're
I'm going to
snorkeling?
do it.
And it
But I
works.
felt uncomfortable. I felt like I was still like not be able to breathe. Just
Right.
the power of the
Psychological suggestion.
Yeah.
It's almost
See?
like you're scuba
Yeah.
diving in your blankets.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Yeah, no, I couldn't imagine having a. See, I can't
You
have.
couldn't handle warm air blowing across your body while you try to sleep.
I don't like direct.
Right on your wiener tip.
Oh,
Do the whistle.
I felt that. Be like
Then
the
you can
snake.
tap the tip.
Yeah. It's a
No,
whistling.
I can't.
That's just my penis hole.
There's some people that have a fan, like they'll have a fan blowing on.
I
them.
have-
I have one running every night. I don't think we've turned it off in 6 months. It's not turned off. It's just for the
Blowing
noise.
directly on you?
It's for the noise.
I have when in the summer I'll
Yeah,
have
just the
one
noise,
directly on
the
my
noise.
face. I love it directly on my
I
face.
have to have. I can't like if there's no noise. I'm not gonna sleep. I'm uncomfortable.
Really?
Can
Yeah.
you sleep with the TV on though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I have an app on my old phone I use only for sitting right next to the bed that has fans and white noise.
Oh, I have one of those. I use it when I fly on airplanes because I'll put my earbuds in and fall asleep.
It's like my old iPhone 5. It's sitting right next to the bed. Just
I sleep with the heating.
You know what you sleep with? It's like
alone.
14 stuffed animals.
The jizz covered stuffed animals.
They're all sticky
and pregnant.
Just my
they're all about to give birth to Beanie Babies. For the younger folks listening, that was a collectible stuffed animal back in the day.
I have a preemie beanie baby.
It's only got like 4 beans in it.
It's a sash of beans.
We're gonna have to put it in the incubator.
I traded the pig. What was it? Traded the cow for it. Magic beans.
Yeah.
Dude, I told him too. Did you get the photo? I sent it to him of Brute. I said I'm bringing
no, I
Brute.
did not,
I'm bringing Brute back, dude. I'm gonna try and
bring it back to what?
I don't know because that was 7th grade for me.
You know what was big for me? It was I had the Menon thing just because it reminded me of my dad. And I thought it smelled good, but Aramis.
I remember
big.
the name, but I don't remember the scent.
I remember a group of girls, a couple of guys had it, and they thought it was like Costin, and some of us had it, and it was like you saved. It was expensive. It was a high end one back then, and they call us Aramis guys or whatever. It's just some of the girl whatever. We thought it. I mean, you put it on, it had to stink so bad,
especially when you had a gaggle of you guys all with marinating in it.
I'll put cologne
Wearing
on
G Cavaricci jeans.
You go through it, or you barely get some on you, and
or
it's
you
enough.
just open it and dump it over your fucking head.
I remember running out of a bottle. I've never ran out of a bottle of cologne in my life, and I remember going through one of those.
You gotta be
in like a semester
through the school year. Yeah, and that's a lot.
Well, when you're a young kid, see, I use like I also have.
What was the first cologne that you actually bought? Not like something you stole out of your dad's medicine cabinet, but
I bet it was one or the other. It was either not Stetson. No, I didn't. I don't like
Cool
that.
Water?
Cool Water, which was
Davidoff.
Yeah.
Water. I remember Obsession was huge. That
Oh,
smelled pretty good.
I have that. That's what I have right now.
You still have it?
It's
Is it the same bottle?
No,
It might
come
be.
back. It came back. No, Obsession.
It did
for
not
Men.
come back.
Yes, it did.
I guarantee you, it did not come back.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
He's wishing it back, like Brute.
He's trying to bring it back. Hey, everybody! It's totally cool. All the kids are wearing it.
I'm telling you right now. This is what I have. I have Obsession because Obsession for Men.
I see it's working.
You probably have to add alcohol to it. It's probably like
it's probably all evaporated.
it's like syrup. You just see. Won't even go.
It's like
comes out like extract.
Oil.
He has to crack it open and pour in an atomizer like a regular. Add something to it.
I have that
paint shaker.
I have Eternity for Men.
Another winner.
Armani Code Black. I have that one. And I have
but are they the real ones or the knockoffs?
Yeah. No, the real ones. What are you laughing at, Mo?
The real ones.
They're the knockoffs.
Now I do have the knockoff.
Bought them from the kiosk at the mall.
I gave you a knockoff. Something.
Got a pair of free
It wasn't bad.
sunglasses.
It was Geo.
Yes.
Oh, that always smells real good. That's kind of a fresh.
I love that one. That's
No,
my
it's
only
a fresh
go-to.
scent.
No, he gave me.
And there was another one that I really liked. I can't. I'll think of it. But
Yeah, you can. And then I
Old
have
Spice.
I have Pie by Givenchy. That was fantastic. I got that.
Uh-huh.
I have a little bit. I want to see if I have Aramil. I want to see if I have something.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the one. It's a square. The bottle you could like take out a zombie with it. It's a
they're always
thick, thick glass.
There's a couple clunker bottles like that are
Right.
You're paying for the bottle more so than you are the half ounce of Eau de Toilette.
right.
so the pie. Let's get back to pie.
Yeah.
3.14.
Like apple pie or like mincemeat,
Who are you talking?
or is it like turkey pot? Ooh, by Da Vinci.
Chicken pot pie.
Yeah, it's called pie. Like
Yeah, like turkey pot pie.
no, that,
3.1.
Lemon meringue.
Lemon. Yeah,
I'm putting
like pie, like 3.14.
Yeah. It's
He puts on the lemon
It was
meringue.
just Pie Day a couple days ago.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that cologne, and then but the one that you gave me, which I get at Drug Mart too, but that's where I get it. It's a knockoff of
Gio, Aqua di Gio,
yeah.
or whatever.
Dude, and
Do you wear Love's Baby Soft?
You know one I do remember? It said Beverly Hills Giorgio Armani. It was the yellow and white stripe. That was a big one for me. I
growing
really
up?
enjoyed it. Yeah,
Cool Water was real big when we were in
I like
school.
Cool
later
Water.
though, wasn't it?
Huh?
Wasn't that when we were older?
That was probably 18-ish, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And what was the other one by Kev?
If you want to get someone's
Did you almost say
attention.
Kmart?
No, I was supposed to say Kevin. It was either
Klein?
Kevin Cost had an alligator, whatever that Caustica.
Izod
Izod was the shirt
with the alligator.
right with the alligator, but there was a cologne that had that same thing. There was
Made out of alligator pee. It smells like leather and alligator pee.
60%, 100%, right?
Yeah.
Remember that box?
Giorgio, yes.
Oh, yeah, I
yes.
totally
It
remember
was
that.
like a yellow striped. Yeah.
Cologne. Was that the first one?
Yeah.
That I did. Dude,
You know what
I
it
was-
reminded me of?
Giorgio. It was
It always
yeah.
reminded me of those. You always saw the changing booths on the beach in those like 1940s
right.
films.
Yes.
Yeah.
I one of the ones that, and it was funny that Leibowitz gave me a bottle because I talked about it when we were in high school.
Lake Erie water?
was Realms. Do you remember Realms?
No.
Wasn't that like for men and women?
Yes, it was an androgynous cologne.
Yeah, androgynous cologne.
Not Kitchen Swill, but Kitchen Swill by Armani.
So it was a perfume or a cologne, depending
It
on
was
how
it
you
was
want it.
Depends where you
Well,
put
I
it.
think the difference between perfume and cologne is like the concentration of it.
Well, I know.
Because it can be a parfume
Well,
Or
and
an
for
eau de
men,
toilette is
something like that.
Eau de
yeah.
toilette is like the perfume.
That's
like,
the really expensive,
the real good
like
stuff.
half ounce, not
Yeah.
even a quarter of an
Yeah.
ounce.
It's
for
like
But you can
$60,
get
$300.
You
Right.
can get. I think is the perfume or whatever.
Yeah, and then it drops to cologne.
Yeah, they must add water to it or something.
Right.
And then there's cologne, and then there's a something else that is like the dumbed down version of the cologne.
aftershave.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, right? Just more alcohol.
Yeah.
See, I got down over here
What is it called?
that I showed the lovely Beck.
Invicta.
Do you
That's
remember
the
when
one I like.
when you could buy things like this that had the soap,
The whole gift set.
Oh,
it held the
that's
gifts.
like, yeah.
It had the aftershave.
Show it to the crowd.
Oh, yeah. The kit.
The kit, yeah.
Yeah. Gift set.
The gift set, yeah.
Yeah.
I said I was willed that. I got that in my dad. I inherited from my dad. It's
Yeah.
like
So you're gonna keep it
special
new in box?
That's what I'm gonna bring it. No, MIB.
Or you got it at Goodwill. We can't
Right.
figure it out yet.
Now, Menon always had the
1995 at Christmas, $4.95 at Goodwill.
right. It had the printed on sale sticker. It was like part of the manufacturing
Yes.
process.
Yeah, and it was printed on-
$32 value, and it said $9.90. Whatever. But no,
I would
Menon,
always
The
go
big
for the
orange
Mug of
round
Cocoa
sticker
instead.
over the top of it.
Menon always had these, like a collector decanter, like
Yeah.
a hard hat or
Yeah.
like
A
an old car. Yeah, old car. Like
my
the-
dad had the old car.
The Wells Fargo
And
car.
it was green glass with where
Yeah.
the spare tire was.
Sure.
Was the gold cap that you took
Yep.
off.
Yeah,
I told
splash
you.
it on.
I told you. I have the complete upstairs.
Why am I
know
not
you do.
surprised that you have?
And you have to splash that on vigorously.
Yeah, that you can marinate in.
Yeah, you don't just dabble it on.
I have the it's a entire chess set from Avon of Wild Country
Ooh,
that has their bottles. They're all the full chess set.
huh.
I don't even want to touch
Yeah.
that one because
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
want to throw it out.
Where this led in a direction of a personal hygiene
Yeah.
is I want to ask you guys. Now, you guys, you don't do your own laundry, right?
I do laundry at our house. If I
Well,
could.
I mean, no, wait, it's not that.
I said the chess set. I'm still laughing
Yeah.
about that.
Why? It is a complete chess set.
Why
Did you feel like a pawn?
do you do your own laundry, Ed?
Yeah. So,
Then why wouldn't anybody else here?
well, the reason is you have a wife.
So
So
Oh, you sexist pig. You're
Your
going
wife-
to
your
burn
wife-
for that.
Wow.
Busy making sandwiches.
wow.
You can't say stuff like that.
I'm going to get Mrs. Monk down here right
I do
now
my
to
own
hear it.
laundry. I put a load of
We
laundry in
need that.
before I came here.
I'll put a load of Just a load.
Just a load in.
Totally missed that he said his wife does because she's busy making sandwiches.
I'm just
She totally
joking.
bypassed
Please
that.
don't punish me.
No, that was funny. Well, you have a
Yeah, but no, it's
a
not
partner
like.
that can do that for you.
So
that
did you
helps out.
expect your partner to do it?
No. I
Okay.
enjoy.
She saw his laundry and said, "No effing way."
I'm not touching those shit ass underwear, those fucking beat down underwear. Oh.
There's more skid marks there than the Indy 500.
That's right.
Looks like a little kid had a big wheel in his underpants, kept doing skid outs.
Dragway 42.
His Norwalk underwear.
Norwalk Raceway.
That's what I was going to ask you about, not
What's that?
skid marks. I was going to ask you that.
So you have skid marks, and
No,
that's why you do
no.
your own laundry, so your mom doesn't see them. I get it. I'd be embarrassed
it's
too.
a full load. It's not.
There's actually a Lake Erie Lincoln or Lucky Log in your underwear.
Oh,
That's what the pouch is for. It's a
You
receptacle.
wear them backwards instead of the ball hammock. It's a shit pouch.
oh. That reminds me of my story with the eclipse.
I was going to lead to it. That's where I'm leading. After
yeah.
mine. I'm
So
like,
anyhow,
Yeah, I'm
underwear.
sorry.
Then no, it's going
I'm
to
sorry. Your story needs to be completed.
So you're going with the underwear.
I was going to ask, since I do my own. I didn't know if you did your own laundry
Yeah,
or
yeah,
if
for sure.
your spouse did it. You know
No,
what
we
I mean?
split it up. I mean, because she's got time, she'll do it. And if,
Okay.
if I'm
I enjoy laundry.
down in
I
the
think
basement,
I
then
think
get it.
laundry is it's zenning. It's very relaxing, folding.
I can see that. I can see that.
It is. See?
See, I don't see that at all.
Well,
I hate
I don't
I'm
either.
ever like. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Mike.
No, go ahead.
Do you ever take like sometimes Samantha will take like
A
or a
towel and
blanket, a
whip you
towel,
with it?
and put it on the kid? You know, like if he's
When it's
sitting there playing
warm?
with it, yeah, it's all
Yeah.
warm. Or one of the dogs actually too.
Right? Yeah. It's very zenning. Where, like I said, the washing is anybody could
Right,
for
right.
people to say, oh, I hate doing. There's not like it's a lot to it.
No, but sometimes you just you don't feel like folding the clothes out of the
Right.
dryer or hanging them up or whatever.
Especially when you get a
I just
load.
leave them in there.
Right.
till I
Very
need
few
'em.
socks or underwear.
Yeah,
you get
see,
the
that-
big items.
Yeah.
you know, just like
Exactly.
the pants.
The big items I don't have a problem with.
Right, pants, sweatshirt, no problem.
Right.
You start throwing in socks.
Where you gotta
pair 'em.
match 'em.
Oh, we have a bucket of like lost and found socks.
Socks?
They've never met their match like since they've
Right.
been born.
You know, it's funny. As a total side note, I was talking to Techman Isaac, and do you know that he does not launder his socks? He throws them away. He wears them once.
Who?
Techman Isaac.
Oh yeah.
He calculates.
Financially, very financially sound.
No, it's not. I know it's not.
He looks
financially
like the
sound.
kind of guy though that wears loafers with no socks. Doesn't he?
Do that. I wear deck shoes with no
ew,
socks.
That is so.
Of course you do,
uncomfortable.
Fritos.
What does this mean?
You know they stink.
No, I
That's
put powder
a
in
terrible feeling.
them. No, you're in my like deck shoes. The
Oh.
I don't
Do
wear.
you have a
socks.
boat?
No,
Yeah.
I have a yacht club
He
membership.
has a deck out back,
Not that kind of deck
Wood.
yet. He's got a wood deck.
a wood deck out back.
He's got a 10 by 15 deck.
That's right.
He said he calculated the cost of what socks are versus this is his luxury.
Yeah.
He wears he said he likes a fresh, unworn pair. He puts on his socks, wears them. At the end of the day, he throws them away, and tomorrow he gets another pair. He buys bags of when you
Used socks. But tell me he buys 365 pairs of socks and it's cheaper. What's he washing? Lavender
way.
and holy water? I mean, what is he using?
What was that? Aramis.
He's using
Or
Aramis.
else he's buying the shittiest socks in town.
Right.
Yeah, that
no.
might be the case.
No,
too.
Dollar General.
those footies that you use to try stuff on, like nylons.
Yes. Yeah. You know, like little
Yeah.
nylon footies at the
Yeah.
shoe store.
Things.
Oh, he does. Well, what made me think of this was I wear. I told you I flip flop between boxers and
Boxer briefs.
It's I call them Joe Box, or is it
Boxer
Joe Box?
briefs.
Is Joe Box
Women's
brand?
panties.
Brand.
It's
Yeah.
the brand. Okay, I wear the
brand.
box.
That I don't even think is in existence anymore. Is
I
it?
don't think so either.
Yeah.
Joe okay, well,
And you probably still have some, don't
Maybe
you?
in his drawer. Yeah, just
I got
kidding.
them MIB. So
From his dad.
What's left of them?
Yeah, he opens up his underwear drawer and like moths fly out.
Swiss cheese.
Well, this is what happened is I since I launder my own, I flip flop and I launder my own thing. Is that how long do you keep a pair of underwear before you chuck it? Like if you get a hole in your underwear. Like
Then
a
you
sock.
chuck it when you get a hole, or when the
Absolutely.
elastic
Gone.
band gets like loose. The elastic
Gone.
band. Gone.
When they start looking old.
Yeah.
maybe.
Gone.
Well, I had this.
Well, you obviously still have Joe boxers.
Right, both. Well, not Joe Bice, but I.
They're Swiss cheese. One nut's coming out of one hole, another nut's
my
coming out of the other hole.
Strategically, his butthole has a hole right over it.
There was someone
This is
A little wiener
super
sticking
fast.
out of another hole.
super fast side note to that.
No, go ahead.
When
This-
we were in like 7th or 8th grade, one of our friends growing up, we did the physical where the doctor is sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
There's all the kids in the same room, and you're in your underwear, and you stand up. You put your junk in his face,
right.
and he feels
Yeah, oh,
your
yeah,
nuts
yeah,
and turn
yeah.
your
What
head.
school did you go to?
I don't know, but I'm gonna
It was
go.
at Nord.
It was the first
The
time
one
I
I
ever
went to.
For football or soccer or something.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
like
yeah.
next, and you're all right there.
Yeah.
Well, the one kid, Jeff,
Whatever.
rhymes with Rogan.
Oh yeah.
He's sitting there in his tea stain, not joking, yellow or almost tan holes. Oh my God. I mean, I'm talking about, they were horrible.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what is, they were brown and like
Right.
stain, like they had just
Right.
been used to like clean the rim on your truck.
That poor guy. He's a good
And there were
dude,
holes
too.
in it. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, that's
We're not
so
friends
funny.
on Facebook anymore
Right.
because he got very political.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I
Yeah.
was like,
But
okay, bye.
was it about underwear?
Right.
No,
Right.
but anyhow, so yeah, I mean,
Were they the Jack,
they
Nich-
were
Jack
horrible.
Nicholson the half and half?
Yeah, they were.
He had Arnold Palmer on.
Yeah,
Arnold Palmer, that's
that's
it,
what he
Arnold
meant.
Palmer, half and
They were
half.
Arnold
No,
Palmer.
I just. I do.
And they had 18 holes. Honest to God.
You should see the back green.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
The
Couple
front
sand
nine.
traps.
Well, now some people, which I know, will save old underwear and use them as wash rags and stuff like that.
Oh,
I remember those days. Yeah.
Okay, right.
That was back in the day. That
Maybe
ain't-
a t-shirt.
what was that? Like the 30s?
underwear, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll name one person. My dad used to do that.
Well,
he would say, because he wore these enormous. My dad was a big guy. He had boxers that
Right.
You use them for a sail for your boat too.
They were big. My dad was a big
Hi,
guy.
Calypso.
Lee Edmund Fitzgerald or something.
Legend lives on from the trip around down. Got them all.
So
Aye, Captain.
I want to know because and it's a weird. I don't know if it's a poor man thing
You
or
like heating them up and then snuggling with them?
no.
I didn't know where you were going. I was just taking a guess.
No, we would always to the last minute where you could hold, you could see through the underwear because you washed
There's
them so
a
many
reason
times.
you wear them.
I know. Well, the other day,
Well, two reasons: support and
right for you not
Yeah.
soiling yourself or whatever.
Fecal protection.
Yeah, it's like it's a splash. It's a splash guard in case you gamble. Who put that on? Is that you?
Well, the legend lives on in Urban's front lawn.
Oh, yeah. Right. No. So
His wiener fell through, and both balls did too.
Flying the
that bothers
britches.
me the
You could
most.
see his asshole in daylight.
My thing is,
Sorry, we're entertaining ourselves.
I have a ritual when I put on my. I put powder. Do you
God,
powder?
and we all want to know what this is.
Would you put powder
In the
your-
summer months, I do put powder up because I run a spout welder.
Right,
So yeah,
right. You
it's
get-
hot in a factory.
and you don't want the hinge.
What do you do it for? You don't work.
You don't want the hinge getting like real wet and sweaty. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but what do you do that you actually? You sit
How
in
do
the
you get a
AC.
sweaty hinge?
You sit in the AC and yeah, the hinge where your ball meets your thigh.
Well, the thing.
Oh, that?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the hinge.
I thought the hinge was like your where
No,
your
no,
leg
we are
bends
ball,
from
the
your hip.
inner hinge.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Chucky came up with that term. He
I
called
know,
it-
he used it because of
Connects to the
pubic
taint.
hair on
Yeah.
girls going
Yeah.
all down
All-
the hinge.
all down the
I thought it
hinge.
meant like
no,
okay.
no.
Well, thanks for setting me straight.
hinge.
Okay, sorry, man. I thought
I'm
you
better
found
now.
out. Yeah.
Well, sometimes when you wash underwear too much, or I might.
Does the steel belts come through?
Steve.
Well, they do wear out. I mean,
Yes.
The elastic like rubber band will come through.
it's
or
just
whatnot?
cloth.
Well, this was the total guy question. Have you ever had, since all of us, except for Monkey, do you wear the, what'd you call them,
Boxer briefs. That's what I wear. Yeah.
No.
He commandos.
He goes commando
got it,
tighty
boy.
whities. He's wearing the tighty whities.
Ew.
Have you? This is a complete guy scenario. Have you ever had the Joe Boxers wear out and the twins kind of settle in the wrong direction?
Like through a hole?
Like,
Because
where are you
how
going?
do they wear
3
out?
different holes.
I'm lost.
No, your underwear has a snugging effect, right?
You're talking about the ball hammock.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
You're saying if the hammock, the comfort pouch wears out.
The comfort patch wears out, and then all of a sudden the twins go, and they kind of.
It's a real good chance if the comfort pouch wears out, you're just throwing your underwear away because you know as soon as you put them on, it's not going to be a good day
if
at
the
work.
waist-
Like
Doesn't
2
snap.
times back, you kind of knew that was
that-
going to
Yeah, thank you. Like 3-4 months earlier, they were.
Yeah,
Right.
it just doesn't give way.
I mean, if the waistband isn't gripping your body anymore,
Do you,
yeah,
do you keep socks even though they don't grip your?
no,
No.
You don't. You do.
why would I?
If it's a
you
quitter,
buy a new six
you
pack.
throw it out.
The purpose of what it's for.
What do you want, like calf warmers
Yeah,
or little ankle bone warmers?
Yeah.
Your socks just fall.
You just scooch
Yeah.
them down. and let
No,
them sit
it's not 1978.
I'll just.
otherwise it's just like a cloth you're putting on.
It's like a bracelet
It's
for
not
your
even-
ankle.
It's a loincloth.
Like these socks. Look at
What is
that.
wrong with you? Why are they not white?
They are white.
That's the dirtiest. That's gray.
Well, see, that part is good, but
Gray is the new white.
the lower part of it, where it doesn't
Yeah,
go around your foot at all, it's just like this,
flops around.
just
Right.
loose.
See, I
Yeah.
can't.
You gotta get rid of
You
that
gotta.
shit.
I agree with that. You
Like
have to have
those
a
are
snug-
overdue.
You gotta.
Those
have,
are those. That looks like the wick on a Molotov cocktail. It's all just.
The elastic stopped wearing out when it hit
For
the
the
hole
audience, I
in the
think I had it
bottom.
on your camera. Here, you can see it on right.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you wearing shoe wise? Pick that shoe up.
Oh, what is that?
Hey, Grandpa, can I whittle wood with you? What?
What brand is that?
It's a
Heads?
It's a
Skechers?
Sketcher.
Oh,
That is not
I
a
don't know.
Sketcher. That's like an off-brand. It's like Catcher.
they're muddy.
Well, yeah, I went out on the lawn for a second.
Oh,
I do.
you went on your deck?
Those aren't deck shoes.
They're not.
I just wanted
So-
to ask. Anyways, let's go to Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne has something about a porta potty.
It was
Wait,
just I was with work we use porta potties because it's it's at a
They're
general.
properly called shitters.
Monk and
So-
No
wait a minute.
Bueno are actually working, building an addition to the factory I work at.
Right.
So,
It ain't
right,
an
right.
addition, baby. That's
Yeah.
a
They don't-
whole nother factory.
Are most of the jobs you go to that they have porta potty? They don't have.
Well, it depends if it's an existing structure,
That's
like
what I
a
mean, yeah.
hospital or something. They might have a facility for you to use where
They
Yeah.
never let
Or
you
they'll-
use it anyhow.
right,
They
or they'll
lock it
finish
up.
that first and let you use it up until like a couple months before they'll get it all fresh and ready to go for the occupant.
Yeah.
to give out turn
Yeah.
over occupancy or something. But
Yeah.
but in this job, it's porta potties, and they are all outside. For some reason, they had some inside and they put them outside. But anyhow,
and
you have to
mind
walk
you,
a
it's
mile.
30 degrees out.
Or
God, they
if
got to
you're
put a
lucky.
heater
Right.
in there or something.
So, but here's the thing: you have so many layers of clothing.
Yes.
And you go into a porta potty.
Oh, God.
And
It's a 3x3 box.
then there's people behind you, like you just want to take a leak. This is just a maybe to
Sure,
pee, okay?
sure.
But so you go through the outer layer, you unzip.
Yeah, like-
you reach in, and now you have to remember what kind of thermals you had on,
Right.
and get in there.
Yes.
and then sometimes it's even a second pair of thermals or
Yes.
whatever, and then your underwear. And some of the underwear these days are just a thing in the front you can pull down, and
Right.
it's there, like the John. What is it? Something
Duluth
John.
Trading.
No, the Tommy John, really nice. It's just a straight across the front. You can reach in and grab it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Not the difficult
The
sideways
crisscross.
with the crisscross.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
traditional.
Yeah.
So
With the escape hatch.
I had the perfect eclipse of all my layers the other day, and it was
They just
golden.
all lined
I
up.
went in. There was that one. right past it was the next one.
planets
and I
are in
hit home
alignment.
right after that. I was just out, and I could be like, I didn't have to dig and search and move my shirt out of the way.
Right.
The
It's
bad
down
thing
too
about
far.
all those layers of clothing is if one moves just a half
it
inch,
throws everything off.
you're gonna peel over your front of your pants.
Yeah, and I thought about the
Yes.
eclipse. Everything's lining up
Matches,
as
yeah,
well as
snap.
my undergarments.
You should have
But they
played
were-
the lottery.
They were all in perfect alignment. It was a perfect day, and I was able to
God.
pee freely.
Venus was in Uranus.
But then but today I went and I was like, some guy left, and it was, I knew it wasn't from him, but I was like, hey, is that blood? It's like blood on the splash near the seat. And I was like,
Oh, there's so many.
there's
unknown-
blood. He's like, yeah, that looks like blood. He goes, but it's dry. Like it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't thinking that you bled through
Maybe
your
some-
five layers or whatever. Maybe it was
Maybe
from a woman. I don't
someone
know.
could have been shaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to shave my balls in a porta potty.
Oh, who doesn't?
I know.
I mean,
Why clog up your drain?
right. It's just a hole.
It was a little premature last week. I was trying to get rid of my winter pelt because it was 70 last
Can
week.
you
Now it's
imagine
30 again.
If you clog the porta potty, they're in there plunging.
It looks like one of those hatch spiders.
Yeah.
You know how they got that big flap? They come out and attack their prey, and it goes back down. It's a big thing of pubes across the whole toilet seat.
So that was all I had. That was just like.
I always want to go to like dollar store and buy a bunch of those cheap little toys for the bathtub.
throw a bunch
Just throw one in like randomly,
cheap
like a
ducks in
little
there.
submarine,
Yeah.
you know, or a little rubber
Submarine.
ducky,
The submarines you put
You know,
baking soda in, and it
like a high heel chick's shoe, you know. So when that guy comes to suck him out, he finds all this random cool shit.
finds one pump.
A G-string.
Chick's
You know,
pump.
a little toy submarine. What the
Yeah.
fuck
And a
is
note
going
says
on in
help.
here?
Small child's chair.
And a life vest.
a high chair in there.
Yeah, not a high chair. You gotta sneak it in.
A high chair.
What,
So you can set it on top and
Yeah.
shit all the way down. It's like we call it the oil rig.
That's funny.
with a hole inside.
You remember the old school oil rigs? You
Yes.
shit down through the middle.
Sure.
Yes. Oh my god.
It's like the beginning of the Beverly Hillbillies.
I was just singing that song in my mind.
You
When you
kidding?
really-
Oh,
I was
God.
when you
Well,
said that.
Was it you or Monk that sent me a photo of just a destroyed thing and said that there was one time it was all the way up coned?
In the shit? I
Yes.
think that was Monk, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
That happened at Woodstock.
corner.
It was
Oh, that's
piled
right,
up
it was
2
you.
feet above the toilet seat. You had to
That was David
stand up
Wayne
there,
did it.
and you had to lean over, and it was
You had to free
we had
fall
a-
it?
We had a camper. We rented the 36-foot motor, so we had everything, air conditioned.
Right.
But
Right.
I could see inside the shitters, and it was just like it was mounded up at least 10
So
inches.
you had to
a
literally
foot out of.
stand on top of the seat, like
Oh, yeah.
around the seat, and
just-
free fall it.
Yeah, you might as well just.
They
be
were doing
like,
cliff diving.
people doing it behind it, next to it. It's like cleaner.
There's got to be a cardboard box.
But that was
somewhere.
at Woodstock. At Woodstock '99.
You know what? It's funny because I know that one of our listeners, Cribs,
Yeah.
that he has an
Josh?
he's got a camper. All
Yeah.
right, and I watched you and I Rabbit Hole, like I said, on the YouTube.
Yeah, but not together. Once again, I got to emphasize that. Not together.
Rabbit's not big enough.
And it just made me think. This is the porta potty made me think of it, that some of the mobile home, not mobile. What'd you say?
RVs, whatever you wanna-
RVs. Instead of having a holding tank, some of them have the cartridge toilets. You don't.
Oh, like the old boats where it was just like it looked like a cooler with a toilet seat on it.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
They
and
still have that for like what do you
Pop-up
call
campers
it?
or something?
Center console boats.
Yeah.
They just have like a
right. Well, this is the part. Right. Some of the boats, because I watch a lot of yacht stuff. And
When you were in the yacht club,
Right,
I
with your-
remember.
with your deck
Remember?
shoes.
Oh yeah, Ed was in a yacht club. Used to take
How can we
chicks there.
forget?
do you know what? I'm going to take a photo. I still have my yacht club membership, and I'm going to take a photo and I'm going to put it up on this for this site.
I love that he got the yacht club membership, and like 4 months later, the place shut down.
But it just made
Ed,
me,
come and get your boat out. Oh, never mind.
I went for the
The
food.
friends and family card. Well, I know someone with a boat.
Yeah. I mean, I know his name. He doesn't really
Yeah.
know me.
Well, here's the thing: is that some of the boats that aren't, it's like you said, your dad had big boat. He had like a restroom in the boat, right?
Has.
Has.
couple-
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
He has a couple boats and a couple restaurants.
Yes.
Well, I'm just saying it's a normal. It's not a cassette toilet. And some of the
No.
smaller ones
No, it's the-
have these boats. But I started thinking because I said, well, how would that possibly work? So I watched a video
On the little toilet?
Yeah, they're called composting or cassette toilets. And I thought a person like you or me could never use it because what it is it separates first of all the liquid. It goes in the front. Like if you had to just pee, you click one thing, goes in that, and then if you go, you do the other one, and then you put sawdust in there. You know what I mean?
What if you don't have any sawdust? I'm all fresh.
What do you use then?
You got to run out now. You got to go buy lumber and a saw.
stock.
You
You got to
cut a bunch
start
of
cutting
things.
shit. Oh, this sounds like a pain in the ass.
Sounds like a lot
It's
of
probably
work.
just easier to shit overboard.
Yeah.
Let's go out about 50 feet. Everybody turn around. I got to drop
Yeah.
anchor, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. You could go cut up your wood car. That's a previous conversation.
Poop ho! There's seagulls flying all around your little Lake Erie Lucky Log you dropped. Let's see.
Well, because I'm just saying that you and
You move the headstone, but you left the body.
if you and I,
Not me.
Not me either.
With a love boat, right?
Oh, fuck. It started to poo.
that for you and
Shit
I,
on deck.
I mean, can you imagine?
Now it's on your shoe.
Can you imagine someone like you or me?
They're
not dead
shoes. Just like if, like in Alaska, they don't have some major good portion of their houses. People have these cabins and everything
Are
else.
made out of ice.
That's called an igloo, Ed.
No, they don't have. They have outhouses. All right, and you just dig a hole and
In the ice?
not in the ice.
Well, it keeps it frozen.
Everything's...
No, they have permafrost. They have the permafrost.
Then it's ice.
Thank you. And don't try to get technical on this. You dig a hole in the ice. You shit in said hole. When the hole gets almost full, you cover it up and you move along.
It freezes for eternity.
Yep. There's going
In
to be
10,000 years, scientists are going to find it.
And they're going to be Ed's last meal was some shitty wine and
Corn.
a cold cut tray.
They'll bring back the woolly mammoth and a big turd.
It's alive. It's just a hairy turd.
Can you imagine? No, wait a minute.
They thought it was a woolly mammoth, but it was one of Ed's hairy turds.
Is that a tusk? He must have had a chicken bone.
We cloned a Velociraptor and Ed
Right.
I mean,
Wow.
from a piece of corn.
That little Ed clone is running around place, spraying cheap cologne on everybody.
Right.
in the year 10,000, I keep asking for socks. If they aren't
You guys
elastic.
gotta throw away those socks. They look pretty kind of good, so still,
Right.
You know, you got a rubber band. I can hold them up with a rubber band.
Really? I mean, if you think about some of the things, weren't you, who was the one that said, you call it the blue space turd or when,
Blue ice.
Blue
Jettison,
ice,
jettison
yes.
Yeah, off
waste.
the plane.
right. Cause I
Not to be
know,
confused with Blue Splash.
right. Cause I know, I watch
Oh,
You know what Blue
videos,
Splash is?
Yeah.
your cruise ships that you love, that once they hit international waters.
Oh, they dump it.
So, yes.
Yeah, they dump poop. You can see your boat going through it. Oh, it's
terrible.
Instead of like an icebreaker, you need a turd breaker.
right.
Oh.
That's isn't it heinous?
Love.
Isn't it? That's heinous, dude. To think that.
Ed, look
That's-
around.
that's-
You're calling that heinous?
I don't
look
know.
around.
That's got to be like against. I mean, I'm sure
Some
it's not
type of
normal
law.
practice.
No, they do that.
No,
they can't
yeah.
do it in a certain
12
distance to
miles.
shore.
12 miles.
It's got to be out at sea.
Yes.
And it's legal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think there's
it
a
just doesn't
line.
seem
There's
right.
there's a gray area in the
Yeah.
contract.
Just like your socks. Gray ass fucking beat down things.
that they
Yeah.
say, that they say.
Dude, the socks I want to throw away are 10 times better than the ones on your feet.
Did you say Beats? Is that what
Yes.
you said? Maybe I can keep my fresh Beats in there, and I could strain with it. No,
Or
but
we could put an orange in that thing and beat you over the head with it.
But I start looking again. Let's go back to the soup because I had superstitions, and then I started thinking about my socks. And dude, there's so many things recently that are bothering me. Have you? This is a total connection with the. Do you notice that there's a feel in the air?
Yeah, it's cold.
No, no.
The damp.
It's not even that, dude. I'm telling you that I don't know if it's my phobias. It feels like life isn't. It almost feels fake. Like everything is an illusion.
He's just finally realizing it.
No.
You're living in the dome.
Wait a minute. Things aren't perfect.
The real world is outside of the dome, Ed. You're stuck inside.
Fly
Ed TV.
To the danger
What does that mean?
dome.
Do you wake up every day happy? I mean,
I try to.
I mean,
or do you ever when you go to work? Do you go? It just doesn't like.
Yeah, we're all fucking happy when we go to work. I'll tell you that.
I've actually been accused of being kind of overly optimistic, like sickening.
Like
Yeah, like
I'm an
too
optimist.
happy.
I'm
Yeah.
totally an optimist. Yeah.
That ain't gonna last.
Right.
Couple more months of that place, and you're gonna be a miserable son of a bitch like all the rest of us.
I know I am not. No, and especially since you said it.
Oh yes, you will.
No, the
Probably.
thing is, Chucky I think he doesn't like to be the bad guy, so he always plays the fence. I think he plays the fence.
No, I'll tell you how it is.
Do you ever think anybody's a bad person?
I give them the benefit of the doubt until they are bad.
Have you had anybody that you had to go, yeah, it's a bad person?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Do you just not hang out with them, or
Jeffrey?
No.
No.
Anyhow.
I just wondered. There's a no. Real quick, before I know we're right at the end.
Yeah.
Real quick, dude. He went out with me. This is where you get those weird people again. I
What
just
are you talking about? You're just all over the place.
No,
Yeah.
him. This,
Nobody.
No,
oh.
this connects with him.
With who's him?
Chucky.
Okay, well, you didn't
Remember,
say that.
people are listening. Some
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
aren't
I
watching.
couldn't even follow, and I'm right here.
You're watching.
For the audience, CPAP and I were out drinking a weekend ago or something, and when we were at that one place. Have you ever had someone that you talk to? First of all, they do this weird smile. It's not
It's a fake smile. It's like remember like when you're in second grade, they're like, "Don't blink and smile." So you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like every kid's picture and school picture
Yeah.
from 3rd till 7th grade.
"Don't blink, smile."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
First of all, this person was doing that. It was yeah, right there it is.
Yeah.
Right there. That's that weird kind of.
That's that Jeopardy champion had that smile. You know what I'm talking about? He had that.
It's yeah. I don't. The person was. We were talking. We were sitting there at the bar talking. Chucky and I were drinking and talking, and I'm like, dude, the smile was this. He called it a Joker smile.
Oh.
He said it was like a Joker smile, and then on top of it, the person was a
Closed eye talker.
closed eye talker.
Oh.
You know, they're
really?
like, "So anyhow, how have you guys been?"
Oh, that's, yeah.
Oh, you could have fun with that because you could switch places in the middle of a sentence.
In a big sentence, yeah. A long
And he
sentence.
opens
We
his
haven't
eyes
seen
and
you guys in
boom,
forever. No shit.
That's
open
very
your
odd.
eyes.
Is this somebody I know?
No.
Dude,
Okay, yeah.
right. We were just out drinking, and he knew him, and so
Yeah.
because Chucky knows everybody. He does.
Sure.
he
I know
knows
a couple people.
Ton of people, but the person I'm like, they're not blinking when they do. Dude, it's like this. It's like, so what's the news with you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And you're just like, well, my eyes.
That's odd. That is
Yeah.
odd.
Hey, you've never.
I recently talked to somebody like that, and when they got nervous, they would like it's like they're searching for something to say with their eyes closed.
It reminds me of Napoleon Dynamite when he would talk. He'd be like,
yeah, yeah.
"A badger, God."
Yeah,
To me, this is the question. When you talk to someone like that, can you trust the words coming out of their mouth? Or, because I also worked with, where I worked at the Palace, there was this one girl that would come in and she would be the same thing. She'd go, "Oh, it's so nice to see you, Ed
Well,
Money."
Is she saying that, or is she giving you important information that you need to be factual? Like then I would be like if I was at an attorney and
she
he's
was-
like, well, I think the best route for us to take would be maybe the
So he's concentrating. on
just have it notarized, whatever. Oh, okay, I believe you now. You know,
Right.
but she's like
Yes.
she was lying to you.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
But
But it was
again,
just
Or
weird.
some people are just have they're not
It's
good
their
at
tick or
speaking.
whatever, yeah.
They're you can't just write it off like
Well, what
is
about-
it lie or is it because then
what about someone that doesn't look at you when you talk? When you talk,
Because you intimidate
Oh, that's
them.
because
that doesn't
that's because we don't care
necessarily-
what you're saying.
Yeah, or maybe they're shy
I
or
didn't
they
say you.
Oh, I bet. I don't care what you're saying.
yeah maybe they just you can't just sum it up with one
Or they have like maybe ADD or something. They're
Yeah.
they're constantly.
That is the worst. Talking to
Yeah.
someone that's twitchy.
That's
Dude,
me.
Yeah.
That's
Got
all over the
Tourette's.
place.
yeah
you're not.
or
No,
they just don't like you and they may kill you one
So
day
they're trying to control their fists of death.
right if they look at you they'll kill you
and the windmill like Chucky when he drinks gin.
Oh, I can't drink gin.
He becomes a windmiller.
wow
Yes, I just start windmilling
I
through
know
my
we're over
tears.
because you. Oh,
I
here.
gotta go pick up some
I know you pick up your pizza.
Pizza.
That's right, pick up your pizza. Audience members, you've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on our website, which is latenightwithedmoney.com, where it's real people have real conversations about life. You're normally listening to myself, Ed Money. Right over here is CPAP Chuck.
We'll see ya. Watch out for that werewolf, Ed.
The chupacabra. That's what we're gonna do. They say it's real.
It could be.
It could be. You can hear him, but you cannot see him because you're not waiting. Is the monk?
I'm not worthy. You are. And I'm going to go listen to that cool new song.
And last but not least, always keeping us in balance and check is Bueno Bueno.
Yep, we'll see you
And
guys.
audience member, we're going to be leaving you with Aiden. It's Would You Be Waiting? So check it out. Again, like, share, subscribe, tell 2 friends about the show. If you want anything mentioned, get a hold of us. Again, don't be materialistic because it gets you nowhere. And always remember that you are a somebody. And after that, we are out of here.
Devin Dick.
I'm used to waiting. Are you? Would you be waiting there too? I'm used to staying. Would you? Would you be waiting? Would you be waiting? Can't find you. I'm used to waiting. Are you? Would you be waiting there too? I'm used to staying. Would you? Would you be waiting? Dopamine when you send pictures. When you send pictures. Can't be waiting. Whoa. Dopamine when you send pictures. When you send pictures. Whoa. Would you be waiting?
You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money, brought to you by 3 Bowls of Crunch Production. Late Night with Ed Money is a copyrighted show, and any unauthorized reproduction for sale is strictly prohibited without written and/or verbal consent from Ed Money. Otherwise, we'll find out where you live and beat the shit out of you. Thank you for listening.